Are you guys ready to learn the best and most explosive offense in Madden 22? In this video, we're going to break down the offensive scheme that just won the championship. If you're enjoying my YouTube content, I highly recommend you check out Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium Madden 22 content. I have ebooks, offensive and defensive schemes, plus I do 4 to 6 premium tips every week in the Madden Vault. This content is available for both current and next gen, so no matter what system you play on, we got you guys covered. Our best offer yet is the Sportsgamerz Madden VIP membership. This gives you access to the entire site, every tip, every ebook, plus the meta reports for only $19.99. I'll post a link to it in the description and the comments. Make sure to check it out for the best tips and content available at the best price anywhere. Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Duke, back here from Sportsgamerz.com, and we got a super special Madden 22 tip video for you guys today. I'm going to break down the best offensive scheme in the game that beats every defense out there. This was just used in the most recent MCS tournament to win a championship, a belt. It's the gun trips tight end, and this formation is in many playbooks, but we're going to be taking a look at it from New England. Now, the reason why New England is so good is it has the base and the inside zone. That run play is super hard to stop, and then you even have the QB power and a bubble screen, to mix in as well. So the run game from this formation is super effective, but in this video I want to focus on the pass. The pass is also very, very good. There's so many setups that are just so difficult to stop. You can bomb every coverage in the game, beat any defense, beat the blitz. I mean, this formation is just loaded. Now, when I run this formation, I do like to have my inside receiver right here be one of my faster guys, and then also the outside receiver too. So the slot can be a bit slower, but the inside and outside receivers definitely need to be fast. The slot, I mean, if you can't have speed there, that is fine. But I'd say, like I said, Tyreek Hill's going to be the inside receiver. Hardman's going to be the outside receiver. And another thing that's important this year just in general is having a good receiving running back. That's really key. So the play we're going to look at is the PA counter go, guys. And if you're new to the channel, we do Madden 22 videos on a daily basis from tips, gameplays, everything you guys need. This is your one-stop shop. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Drop us a like if you really rock with me. Comment on the video. If we could get 300 likes on this video, I will post another money play from this scheme on my YouTube channel. And guys, this is actually a scheme that is broken down on sportsgamerz.com in its entirety. This trips tight end is so hard to stop. I got a guide out. It's in the VIP membership. You can get everything on the site, including this guide, for only $19.99 with the VIP membership. I'll drop a link for you guys to check it out in the description in the comments. Well worth your time if you're looking to get better at Madden. But all that said, let's get into this breakdown. We're going to start off against cover 2. So this is really, really easy play to run. You're going to make 3 hot routes. The first thing you do is you put your running back on an out route out of the backfield. Simple. Next thing you do is go ahead and put a tight end on the post route. Just like this. Final thing you do is you're going to put that slot receiver on just a flat route. So you have a couple things going on here. My first thing I always read is the flat. So I have a receiver and a running back basically hitting the flat. If either of those guys are open, I'm going to take that. If I don't like to read there, I am going to see if potentially I maybe burn them deep with this fade route. And if not, I'm going to go over the middle to the crosser and the post. So you guys can see right off bat here, I actually have both flats open in this cover 2. That's going to be easy money. The flats are very, very good this year, and you need to make sure that the defense respects them in order to be effective on offense. You're not always going to get home run hitters, obviously, from hitting the flats, but it's just this consistent yardage that's so annoying to deal with that really opens up the rest of the field for you. So we've hit the running back. You can also, just throw it quickly over here. Not going to be a ton of yardage, but it's there. And what's going to happen is eventually they're going to use that, or maybe they'll play hard flats. Whatever the case may be, that's going to open up other areas of the field. Here you guys can see this crossing route. This crossing route pretty much gets open every play unless they user it. This crossing route beats man coverage and also gets over pretty much every zone drop there is. When you roll out, even if they have flats on 30, you just get an angle to where this is pretty much impossible to defend. Especially if you have an ability on the receiver to get these good animations on the sideline, you're going to see that this is pretty much going to be there every time. See how when you roll out, it impacts the way the defense is influenced, and then you can get these crazy animations on the sideline. Now, Tyreek Hill, he doesn't have, the best combination of abilities, honestly, for what we want. But, he's still good enough to get the job done. You guys can see here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. You can see we're able to get this toe tap on the sideline. And that's the whole thing, is this is going to be a sideline catch. So you want to make sure that you have an accurate quarterback and that you can get this animation every single time with the receiver. Easy money. So that's going to really stress the defense right there, the flats, and then also the crossing route. So what's probably going to happen is they're probably just going to go ahead and run with your crossing route to try to take that away. Which the reason why we like this play so much is if they do that, you're basically giving up the post over the middle of the field. It's very hard to stop the flat, and then the crosser, you're pretty much going to have to use the crosser, and if you do that, you're going to give up the post. The post is going to work with the streak and the flat on the other side of the field. So let's take a look at if they just happen to run cover 3. Cover 3 is not going to do a good job defending this because you're just going to have way too much to guard. So again, take a look here. You guys can see that they are covering the flats pretty well, but both the post and the crosser end up being open here. So it's just really a matter of who they use her. Now, of course, if they don't guard the flats, that still should be your first read each and every time, just to make sure they're respecting that. So like here, you guys see they're dropping a little bit too far back on the flat. I know we dropped the ball there, but big deal. If they're not going to play the flat, even if you're only getting 5, 6, 7 yards at a time, it's still worth it to go ahead and just make them respect that. Here, you guys can see, that's not going to be a huge gain, but it's enough to make the defense have to play those flats, which as soon as they do that, you're going to open up other areas of the field. So now we're going to respect the flats a little bit more this time, and you're going to see that this is going to open up, as I said, the other routes on your field. We hit the post to play before, and now the crosser, once again, is wide open on the sideline. He ended up dropping the ball. Again, that's the whole thing, like I said, with the animations, guys. You want to make sure that you have a receiver there that gets the best animations on the sideline. Obviously, a quarterback that can make the throw is important as well. There's a perfect toe tap. It's a dot. So zone coverage, as you guys can see, is not going to be able to stop this. You might be wondering, well, what if they're running the meta like cover 2 blitzes like pinch 2? And the thing about that is I'm not even trying to block the blitz right now because I know that this play right here has quick enough routes that we're going to be able to destroy them. And first of all, guys, one thing to note about this play is if they're in cover 2, oftentimes this fade on the sideline will just be naked for a huge play, especially if they baseline and press, which is what most people do. That's going to be naked. And the reason why is that even if they do keep the soft squat, that flat that we put the slot receiver on is going to pull down the soft squat because the soft squat has got to respect the flat, and it's just going to allow you guys to throw this each and every time. Now, they might try to zone drop their flats to 30 yards to make this a bit more of a longer or quicker, a harder throw to throw so fast, but you still can hit it. But honestly, if they were to do that because they're blitzing us, the best thing to do would just be to read the flats. Because again, remember, if they're going to blitz and drop back, you can just kill them in the flats all day long. Now, something that they might do that is pretty common is if they're going to play like that, they might just go ahead and try to go ahead and do like something like this to where they have a hard flat and a cloud on one side of the field. So they think you can't throw, the flat, the crosser will be taken away. But then the middle of the field is going to be blatantly open, as you guys can see here. You don't even have to wait for the crosser to get to the sideline. You can just throw it quickly, and if they use that, you can just throw the post. So this play right here is really, really difficult to blitz. You can't sit back and just zone coverage either. So then next thing naturally would be, well, what about man coverage? Man coverage is not going to work well either. We have pretty much every route on this play other than just the receiver that just goes on a quick flat is an option against man coverage. Even the fade is, because if you have a fast enough receiver there, they're going to have problems keeping up with you deep, especially if they don't have a safety over the top. Now, if they do have a safety over the top, then it's not going to be as much of an option. But the thing is, if they have a safety over the top, there's no way in the world that they can stop your running back out of the backfield, your crossing route, and your tight end. Those are 3 very easy reads against man coverage. Running back first, easy yards. If they're going to come up on that, again, that is completely fine. We'll look elsewhere. So if I notice that they are coming up on the running back possibly, or maybe just using it, that is fine, because I will look to either the crosser or the tight end post, both of which are man beaters. So you guys can see here, both routes get wide open Horrible catch animation. I hate when the guys try to jump up 50 yards in the air like they're Superman. But we were still able to come down with the catch. The biggest play potential, honestly, against man coverage is definitely the crossing route. Because if you catch that in stride, you will get a touchdown. A lot of times, I know we didn't catch it in stride there because he didn't even put his hands up to catch the ball. Pretty frustrating. But hopefully we get a better animation this time. That's what Madden has turned into, though, as you guys can see what I'm talking about there. Madden has turned into a game of animations and abilities. It's like whoever gets the animations that are triggered by abilities generally wins the game. So it's kind of just the way the game is these days. Personally, I don't really like that it's so dependent upon heavily animations, but it is what it is. So if you guys enjoyed this tip, make sure to smash that like button. Remember, 300 likes and I'll post another money play from the scheme. And if you want the full scheme, again, this scheme won a championship very recently. Check out sportsgamerz.com and our VIP membership. You will unlock the entire site, which is currently 10 ebooks, meta reports, and 4 to 6 weekly premium tips in the Madden Vault for only $19.99.